There, ladies. Welcome to my home. Welcome to this space. I think it's the perfect place. Now, I know it's the perfect place to be recording this message to you today because it is the space where I have held a lot of events, and not just events, but truly moments, if I can call them that, moments that have supported not just clients, but our local community and people who we have not known, to really transform a part of their lives, really do something different in their lives, and not just for a day, not just for a week or a weekend, but to really make a change and really make a shift. And really, at the end of the day, I truly believe that that's what experiences do. You know, experiences are sensory driven moments that make us feel differently, but again, where it's not just inspiration, it's, you know, where there are moments piled up on top of moments that help us truly be motivated to do something different and to do something differently, to do something different consistently in our lives so that we get a different result. Now, you know, normally I record my videos, I call them renegade videos, because normally I am, you know, when the moment strikes, that is where I record my videos. So it could be on my porch, on my stoop, it could be, you know, after a workout class, it could be as I'm picking my son up, it could be on a hike. You know, I've made that commitment to myself a few years ago that when and if I felt something, and if I knew that it was a collective conversation, that it was something that really was going to help bring awareness, or bring a different insight perhaps to the collective conversation, that I would share it. So that sometimes that means me writing it immediately in that moment. I've shared with clients recently that once I have a thought, normally that thought is written into form within an hour or within 24 hours, and the same goes with you know, ideas for offerings or videos or live streams. Now, the reason that that's important to share is that I really, you know, see and know the connection between that, you know, really getting after our brand of insight and creating something with it. And really, at the end of the day, that is what experiences are. You know, and again, in this space, I have had many experiences. Again, not just events, but true experiences for the senses. And you know, there have been retreats here. There have been VIP days. You know, there have been workshops. There have been you know, greater good parties. Lots of greater good parties here in LA. In fact, we're having our next one coming up in a month, and it's this space that has held that. And you know, for me, if I'm honest, and I have written about this, so you might have heard me say this before in written form, or maybe in a live stream, where for me, these last 4 years of my life, I've been doing, you know, this work for 17, and I've been creating events the whole time. However, there's been a different quality, there's been a different understanding. That's actually the word. There's been a different understanding these last 4 years of, number one, what I genuinely want to be doing in my business, and also what the world needs, and that has been very clearly the creation of experiences, because you know, and not all of us have to have, you know, when I think of the different times that I've shared about my loss, you know, we don't have to experience loss to get to this point. But as I wrote on Facebook today, you know, if I have to say that it took loss to get me to this place of not just knowing something intellectually, in other words, knowing the following thing that I'm going to say intellectually, you know, we've each heard the quote, the thought, or the truth of, you know, we've never been more starved for connection. And you know, before I lost my two beloveds, which again, I think you've probably read about in some way, shape, or form, I knew that intellectually. You know, I'd nod my head, I knew it intellectually. And once I started walking that grief journey, I felt it so differently. I couldn't anymore deny the fact that my business needed to change, that the way that I did business, the business model that I had, the way that I did events, and really the bottom line was I want to be, as a life model decision, not even as a business model decision, as a life decision, as a joy decision, as a nod to that reality that we're in this digital age, in this virtual age, in this age of everything being a little more distant, with the ease that we have of our iPhones and text and digital programs and digital products, etc. I knew that yes, things needed to shift, and that again, it was for my life joy, as much as it was for the benefit of my business. In other words, the benefit of my clients. So in the last 4 years, I have, more than anything, I have done in-person event experiences, and I am for the first time teaching all about it, which you can read about here underneath, all around on this page or at the link that is close to this video. Because this is going to stick. In other words, more than anything that I'm doing in my business right now, it is the creation of experiences. And I've come upon a framework to do that within, which I would love to teach you, that I would love to share with you. I have really created something that is, again, where there's a sensory focus. Where we do feel that connection, where we are being transformed, where there are results that our clients are getting, where the trust is increased within the potential clients or the clients that are with us. And whether it is your first event that you want to create or your next event, maybe you have done one already and you enjoyed it, but you want really to create something that is unique, to you, that is unique to not just your professional experience but your life experience. I would love to help you. I've done this particular course, this training live, actually, in this space, in this very space. This is exactly where I taught it. And now I'm doing it virtual, but it won't feel virtual, and you'll see why. We'll do really fun things so that you can actually see me, you can actually feel me, you can really understand this, again, from in your body as much as you understand it in your mind or intellectually. And we're literally gonna go through the nuts and bolts, literally soup to nuts, from beginning to end. We are going to, together, create your event experience, all the way from the idea. You can bring an idea and we can grow it. I can help you figure out what the full idea or the expanded idea is, or maybe you don't have an idea and that's something that you want to get clear on. We will do that, and then we will create, I'll give you the framework that I was just alluding to, and then we will create it from beginning to end, going all the way to the marketing of it, and then the launching of the experience. And we will do that with a true plan. In other words, in our 3 weeks, which actually ends up being 4 weeks because I'm going to do a bonus week, we will choose a date for your event experience. It can be small, medium, large, whatever you want it to be. It can be a workshop, it can be a retreat, it can be a coming out party of a new offering that you have, or a coming out party if you've been on sort of entrepreneur hiatus. Maybe it's a coming out party in that way. But yes, we will figure out the marketing of it. We will figure out the date, and we will literally reverse engineer from there. I will tell you exactly what needs to happen every single month, and most importantly, really sort of highlighting what makes an event, meaning like the typical event that you and I might have been going to for many years now as entrepreneurs or business owners. And what makes it an experience? What makes it an experience? For me, and I don't want to go into the content right now, but one of the things, one of the last things that I'll share with you is that what for me has been like the first step in really creating an experience for my clients has been opening the doors of my home for most all experiences. The last experience I had, well, the last really big experience I had was called the Creative Heron Experience. And that one was at a beautiful rented venue, which was a big space that fit hundreds of people. But that decision, I can't even express how important that decision was to open up my home and say, this is the time. This is the time to blend. And I've always been, in my brand work, in my success coaching work, I've always been about blending life and business. It does not have to feel separate. And so I leave you with that. Let your life not feel separate than your business. Let not your business feel separate than your life. That is when you not only create, a potential experience, a true transformative experience for your community, for your potential clients or for your clients, but when you create an experience for yourself. Because guess what? You are in this life creating this movement, this business turned movement. You are doing this important work in the world, yes, to impact others, yes, to help others, but you are also doing it to enjoy yourself. And if you had been feeling like me or are feeling like me, like I was, as I was, going through my grief journey and realizing, okay, some things need to change. In order to really speak to what's happening in my internal environment and what it's asking me. If you're feeling that way, it could very well be that you need to get back out there, maybe for the first time, maybe ever, or just get back out there and be live and in person with your clients. Maybe it's not opening the doors of your own home, but maybe it is, live experiences and creating them from a place of true integrity, from a place of creativity, from a place of really allowing, again, your life experience to speak just as loudly as your professional experience. Doing it from a place of I want to be happy in this business. And so I'm going to not make a business model decision, I'm going to make a life model decision. And when we make those life decisions, when we, create a new life model for ourselves, everything flows better. Everything flows better. So with that, enjoy reading all about the Ecstatic Experience Virtual Immersion. I cannot wait to see you inside and help you, again, hold your hand through the ideation of it, through the planning of it, literally leave you with a solid plan, take you through the framework of the different pieces that you need to create a true experience, not just an event. Take you through what needs to be happening, in your marketing, and then letting you go out into the world to birth it. So with that, and as always, enjoy your business and enjoy your life, and I hope to support you soon.